Hi friends, it's Morah Rachel. I'm going to show you how I make challah for Shabbat.
This is the recipe. You need 5 tablespoons of yeast, 5 cups of warm water, 3 eggs, 1 cup of oil, 1 cup of sugar, and 4 tablespoons of kosher salt. So here's my ingredients: oil, eggs, kosher salt, sugar, flour, and yeast. Here I have 5 cups of water. I'm going to pour 5 tablespoons of yeast into this, and I'm going to mix it up with a whisk, and I'm going to seal it with saran wrap. So I poured the 5 tablespoons of yeast in here, and I'm mixing it up with the whisk. Mix it until all the clumps go away, and then I'm going to cover it with saran wrap. Okay, so here I have my bowl with yeast. I'm going to put a line right over here to show you where the water line is, and I'm going to set this aside for about 10 to 15 minutes, and we're going to see how the water and yeast mixture rises to the top. So while I wait for this yeast mixture to rise, I'm going to take this 5-pound bag of flour, and I'm going to pour it into this machine called the bash. This is a machine that's going to mix your dough for you. If you don't have this machine, you could knead the dough with your hands, which is a great sensory experience. Now that I poured all the flour into this bash machine, I'm going to crack 3 eggs into here, check them, make sure no shells get in, and then I'm going to pour it into the bash. Next, I'm going to measure 1 cup of oil, and I'm going to pour this into the bash. I measured out 1 cup of sugar, and I'm going to pour this into the bash. Tablespoons of kosher salt. So here's 1, here's 2, 3, third. This mixture was sitting in this bowl, and if you remember, I drew the water line right here, and look how the mixture almost doubled and it rose to the top. So now that means it's ready to be poured into the bash. First, I'm going to remove the saran wrap. Next, I'm going to pour it into the bash. Now I'm going to cover the bash with the cover. Make sure it clicks into place. I'm going to plug it in to the wall right here. I'm going to mix it for about 10 minutes. Now that the dough is done mixing, I'm going to take off the cover, and I'm going to take the dough and transfer it into this tin. Don't worry if it's too sticky, it'll dry out as it rises. Now that I transferred all my dough into this tin, I'm going to take a towel to cover it, and I'm going to set it aside for an hour and let it cool off and rise. And I'm taking off the towel. Look how much the dough rose, and it even overflew onto the counter. So I'm going to just gather it back into the tin, and we're going to roll it out. Next thing I'm going to do is separate a piece of dough, just like that, put it in the tin, and we have to burn off this piece and say the berakah and pray for those who are not feeling well, and pray for whatever you want. Rolling out the dough, I'm making little knots just like this. I'm taking a small piece, rolling it into a log, and then knotting it. After you knot it, you can just leave it aside to let it rise. I'm going to brush egg wash onto my challah. Here I cracked an egg, I mixed it with the fork, and now I'm taking a brush and I'm brushing all the dough with egg wash. So leave it plain or sprinkle on some sesame seeds like I'm doing right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the oven. I'm going to take this spray bottle filled with water, and I'm going to spray the oven with water. To a 350-degree oven, and you let it bake for a half hour. When it's done and ready, enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy!